Anyone can pinch, but only one can pinch with power. Beast Wars Predacon Powerpinch today on World of Stuff. Yep, we have a very peculiar one. Beast Wars Basic Powerpinch. And you're wondering why I'm doing this? Well, for those of you who are asking, or might be back here thinking, no, I did not get inspired by Thu's offhanded comment about it. Just seemed like something different to do. And this is a very different character. It has a very dark green and safety orange earwig with indeed a pinching gimmick. If that excites you. Now, one odd thing about mine, not too sure if this is entire across all Powerpinch, the Powerpinches, but mine doesn't have a rub symbol, so you kind of have to look up which faction is part of it. Even though it's an insect, it seems fairly obvious. You don't want to just assume. There are a couple Japanese variants of this, both from 1998, Vice Grip and Scissor Boy. But honestly, you're probably better off sticking with this one if you're going to get it anyway, just to, because they're both a little the Japanese versions are a little wacky. Well, this whole thing's a little wacky. But getting one complete could be a bit of a chore considering how many pieces can come off of this figure. Definitely something you want to keep in a plastic baggie. The fact that it's an earwig might be enough of that anyway, but there we go. One added bonus, the pincer can move up. Why you'd want to do that, I have no idea, but you can do that. Moving on to transformation, we'll pull this part off. This can still do the pincer thing. Move going upwards. Why is anybody's guess. Coming back under here, bring down the legs, bring up this part, twist around, pull that back in, finish with the legs, split apart the bug head, fold out, bring this part down, which will also twist the arms around properly. I haven't been okay. You can move these parts around. How effective that is a bit academic, considering you just kind of place the pincers right there. Eventually. But, there we go. Aging ball joint. It's not a great thing. Powerpinch, robot mode. And here in robot mode we see more of the clear green and the safety orange. Now, with this basic, they didn't really do much of a head swap gimmick. You can technically do something like that, but the part's unpainted if you really want to. But you're probably not going to want to. Again, pinch gimmick still works, though it's a little more silly looking. But it does pinch. Especially if you're not paying attention. As for articulation, as you notice, the head does rotate. Ball jointed shoulder and elbow. Nothing for the waist. Ball jointed hips, knees, and feet. And obviously, when you don't have the extra weight, he stands up relatively well. But I do need to get some floor polish in those joints. Not only to hold him together, but also to keep him standing for years to come. Though, ironically, for as much clear plastic as this figure has, there's yet to be any breaks or stress marks on him. And I got this figure secondhand at a convention years ago, so not bad. They certainly knew what they were doing with clear plastic back in the 90s, so I don't know exactly what's going on now. And again, I'm not really much of a chemist, so I really don't know what's going on with plastic in general. As for obtaining a figure, if you can get him cheap, he's fine. It's a Beast Wars basic. It's what you see is what you get. Just make certain it's all there. No surprises, nothing out of the ordinary. And if you get several of them cheap, you can have yourself an army of them. An army of earwigs. That just sounds wrong. Although there is DFW, remember, army of bees, so might be something to that. Anyway, I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Beast Wars Powerpinch. Again, I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.